Whew, well, it's a bright and early start this morning because I have got a bit of a journey ahead of me. So heading down to near Plymouth. I'm going to be staying around the area and going around Cornwall for a few days. So I have got one stop planned on the way down there, somewhere I've wanted to always see, probably the most famous landmark in the UK, so I'm sure you can probably guess what it is, but that's where I'm going to be heading. I will see you on the other side. So to start off the journey, it was about 90 miles and 90 minutes of just pure motorway, so very tiresome and boring, not much to see. About an hour and a half down the motorway, just near Birmingham, Wolverhampton. I mean, both motorways are boring, but the M6 is particularly boring. But you know, the obligatory stop at service station for Greg's, being from the north, 105 a day. Just a bit of a personal refuel and then crack on. Yeah, so the weather was pretty miserable at the start, but it did look promising. The sun was starting to crack through here, so yeah, I was getting a bit more optimistic at this point. Yeah, and the further I went, the bluer the sky. Given the obligatory leg stretch here, because it was a long time, about another hour in here, my arse was absolutely fine, because I do have the sports seat on my Honda and it's really, really good. I would highly recommend getting that for your bike. Brilliant for long journeys. Didn't have any problems at all. Even after 3 hours of riding, still very comfortable. Yeah, so a lovely blue sky now, scorching sunshine, just blasting down some A roads, overtaking the traffic. This is way more like it. Far out now, but both myself and the bike needed a drink, so it's just time for one final pit stop before we hit the destination. So that was a quick pit stop. Weather has got a lot better, about an hour away from my destination now, so quick stop. Quick visor change and off we go. So the helmet I'm using here is the Scorpion XO491. So like you can see, you can get different visors, like the one I just changed out. It's very easy to do, just clip in and out. I went for the gold one because it matches my gear, my bike, also looks very waspish. Obviously these are designed for daytime use only, they are tinted so they're not practical at night. Also illegal as well, so if you are planning on getting one, just be aware you may get stopped if you wear them at night. And just to give you an idea of just how long these A roads were, I've just sped up the video a little bit here. It's kind of more of the same for the next 20 minutes or so. But finally it wound into these country roads as we approach the destination. Of course the obligatory biker nod there. I prefer the head tilt myself. Yeah, so it really did get out into the middle of the country now. As you can see, all around me, just blue sky, just open fields. It's absolutely glorious. This is what biking is all about to me, just that freedom. And after 4 long hours, I was finally there. Sat on my Hornet, the Prince of Fresh Air? No, but there it is, over on the right hand side. You may be able to tell what that is. When I approached it, there's a real wow moment. The camera doesn't quite capture it because it looks a lot further away than what I was actually seeing. But my god, completely worth it. Well, so here I am at the destination, which, if you hadn't guessed already, is Stonehenge. So, always somewhere I'd wanted to come, but just never did, even though it's only 4 hours away. It's ridiculous to think it's that short a trip, really. I've never been, but look at this. I don't think that guy was sure. Yeah, it's real. So the Neolithic houses here, they were a representation of the houses that would have been around at the time that Stonehenge was built, about 2500 BC. They're made mainly of chalk, wheat and hazel rods. Really impressive when you consider, you know, these would have been built by humans sort of like 4,000 years ago, 4,500 years ago. I can barely put a Lego set together sometimes, so it does baffle my mind as to how they did this, really. Especially without the modern tools and technology that we've got. It's incredible. So it did take me about 4 hours to get here on a bike, couple of stops. The actual Stonehenge is just over there. I was given the option to either walk, which is 30 minutes, or take the bus, which takes about 5. Bus or walk? Well, after a 4-hour ride, I had the option to take a bus or walk, and I have decided to walk. I'll get the bus back. Nice day, so I can't really complain. I may regret this later. Yeah, so about 5 minutes into the walk, there's the bus going past. Oh, I already have regret. It's scorching. And look where I've got to go. Oh, the end is not even in sight yet. Oh well. I need the exercise, to be fair. When I finished here, I've still got another 2-hour ride over to Plymouth. Bloody hell. Kill me now. So, there's a track across the field. So we're going to turn the corner now. And is it close? I mean, I can see it. I can see it from here, but I guess that's about another mile away. Whew. So, quick time for a history lesson then. So archaeologists actually believe that Stonehenge was built between 3000 to 2000 BC, and it did actually take all that time to fully complete. It consists of the outer ring of the vertical sarsen standing stones and the inner ring of the blue stones. You can just about see it on the video now. What a trek. But worth it though. So again, the camera and the video really doesn't do it justice. I did get a lot closer than this. I'll show you some photographs I'll just put up on the screen here. But you do get to have a good walk around it. There's lots of people milling about. I did actually see some monks playing football nearby. There's a road next to it as well. There's a load of sort of like hippie vans with like tinfoil over them. You know, so I think it does attract a lot of the crazies. Probably a lot of the conspiracy theorists looking for aliens, etc. Yeah, this seems like a very good idea at this point. Oh, yes, please. So the ice cream driver actually told me you could get to the road where he was parked. So I went and fetched a bike, came back, found the road. What he did neglect to tell me, however, that this road was actually after I hit that first bump, I was full of regrets immediately, but I'd come this far. I mean, this road was just awful. It was full of holes and water and divots. Just really was all over the place. You see me swerve around a massive hole there. God, I really thought I was going to go tits up on the bike. Just an awful road. Pulled up here and noticed there was a lot of rubbish dumped. Oh yeah. Hey?
Staring at someone else's rubbish, thinking how depressing it is.
That is depressing.
And swimming through flying ants.
I have been bit loads of times already.
Eh?
I just thought, oh, I went up there, like paid to get in everything. I thought, oh, I saw this road. I thought, I'll get a picture of my bike. Worst road ever. It's like,
well, I live in my van up the fence. Yeah, I can say with four wheels it's a lot harder to get around.
Yeah.
I love the mum. Things you drive like that way.
Is it?
Yeah, although that end is that's the worst end.
Yeah.
It gets a bit lumpy bumpy up there, but goes out through Lark Hill.
Oh, okay.
Like that end, so you just go straight out and then you can go left or right. Whereas out that way, you can only go left when you go out the end.
Probably do that then.
You've got left round and round again. On a bike, don't that. And you can go left and right. So.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I'm sure she meant well, but it's actually a lot longer and worse going the other way. Ah well. I eventually got off the roads and headed over, just through some nice villages and countryside, until this happened. So I got about 9 miles away and almost ran out of petrol, and now my phone's died, so I've had to stop at the petrol station to charge my phone. Look at the state of this now. That is off that crappy road near Stonehenge. After what seemed like forever to get 10% in my phone, just to get the last bit of sat-nav, the last bit of journey, finally got back on the road, and I made it. That was a long trip, the longest I've ever done on a bike, and I was very relieved to be here. So this is where I was going to be for the next few days. This was my base at the caravan park. This was in Loop, near Plymouth, and here are the welcoming committee. Greeted here by my mum and my nephew. Made it, although I did seem to park next to what can only look like something that Reagan from The Exorcist has thrown up. Pretty grim. If in doubt, you always go back to the north with Sorry, I disturbed your lunch. thanks again for watching, guys. So please drop a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe if you want to watch the next part. So there's going to be 4 parts in total to this series. I've had a lot of fun making this one. In the meantime, don't forget to bike and just ride. Take care, and I'll see you for part 2.